Hello, I'm Doris Roper. Are you a woman who is struggling to gain a sense of control of your life? Do you feel a sense of powerlessness? And do you feel that you're not complete without a man? Well, you're definitely not alone. I think most women feel like that, even if they're successful in careers and businesses. I certainly struggled with that myself. But when I was 32, something unique happened to me that totally woke me up and changed my life completely. And I'd like to share a little bit of that with you, plus 3 important lessons I learned that completely changed my life to a fulfilling, happy, rewarding one. I got married when I was 21 to a very handsome man. I didn't really know anything about love, so, when you're that age, it's all about the looks, right? So I had this very handsome man, but we actually did not have a good marriage at all. After 2 years of marriage, we moved to a town where we were going to start my jewelry business, because I was a jeweler and a designer and goldsmith. We became friends with another couple in that town at the local tennis club, because we were all tennis players, and there was only one tennis club. We did a lot of socializing with them, played card games, tennis, and barbecued and all that. I'll call my husband Tom and this woman Candy. They fell in love with each other, and in the midst of trying to figure out what we should do about it, I became pregnant with my first child. We decided we'll continue with our marriage. It did, however, end 5.5 years later, because it was a disaster from the start anyway. Candy and her husband stayed together as well. I then entered my second major relationship with Dick, also a tennis player, also charming, handsome man, and 2 years into that relationship, I discovered that he was cheating on me with, guess who? Candy. Can you believe it? I was totally shocked and devastated. Well, this pain was my wake-up call. I needed to find answers to why this happened to me and what life is all about, because I couldn't understand that this can happen. And that began my personal journey of growth. Before I tell you the lessons that I learned, I just want to go a bit further. Some years later, I entered a third major relationship with Harry, also a tennis player. And we were together almost 3 years. Because of all my personal growth, though, I suddenly realized that, I don't really need a man, and that this relationship wasn't good enough, and I ended the relationship. He was devastated, and on the rebound, he actually married Candy. Can you believe it? It's worse than a soap opera. But it really happened to me. So let me just tell you some of the lessons. They're very important lessons I learned as a result of this. Firstly, pain can sometimes be a big blessing. It can sometimes be exactly what you need to wake you up, help you grow in a way that you never thought possible. Secondly, turn your rejection into redirection. Don't perceive yourself as a victim. Don't focus on them. Instead, focus on yourself and your personal growth and redirect it. Move forward in a new direction and ask yourself, what is it in me that attracted this into my life, and how can I change that so that something like that can never happen to me again? And thirdly, there is enormous power in forgiveness. It's actually a selfish act, because it's more for you than for them. Because there was only one tennis club in our town, I could have stayed away from tennis and avoid the pain of facing Dick and Candy week after week. But that means I would be giving away my power. I would basically allow them to dictate my life. And I love tailors. So in order to deal with this and be able to face them, I needed to work very hard at learning how to forgive them so that I'm free and they have no power over me. And I managed to do that. It didn't happen overnight, but it happened. And in the process, I learned so much about myself, about life, and my past, and it completely changed me into a different person. So if you are a woman that feels a lack of control and power in your life, read my book, Wake Up Your Life, A Woman's Guide to Real Personal Power. In it, I have life lessons that I learned intertwined with my story and some little exercises that will help you gain more insights into what goes on in us as women in general. I am now, years later, very happily married for almost 7 years. Try to learn what you can right now. Don't wait till you have a Tom, Dick and Harry to teach you a lesson. I hope that this video has helped you in some small way. I wish you good luck and a wonderful life journey.